Well, hey everyone, it's Graham from therecordingrevolution.com. You are in the middle of 5 minutes to a better mix. We're looking at 31 mixing tips in 31 days. And sometimes these tips aren't just little tweaks and techniques and, plug-in settings. Those are easy. Those are easy to show, easy to digest. Like, yeah, I'll just tweak that knob like so-and-so did, and I'll get that great snare drum sound. And sometimes that's helpful. I try to do some of those. But sometimes what I'm trying to offer is maybe like a framework, or I call them rules for myself to help me work better. And today is one of those rules. Today is the 10-minute rule. Stopping every 10 minutes while you're mixing. Literally pressing stop touching things, stop tweaking things, stop adding plugins for just a second. Bypass all the plugins and all the things you've been doing and listen to the tracks. See where you've come from. And ask yourself one simple question. Have I made the mix better in the last 10 minutes? If the answer is yes, then great. If you can go, oh yeah, I can hear the guitars and the vocals and the drums sounded like this, but then here's the plugins and the tweaks that I've been doing, and they sound better, then you're on the right track. You can wipe your forehead, take a deep breath, and move on. Keep on mixing. But sometimes the answer to that question is, oh no, I actually think the track sounded better before I started adding all these expensive plugins. I think I made them worse. And I have done this where I start taking a track, start mixing it, and just like going to town. And then towards the end of the mix, I realize I haven't really stopped to compare all the plugins I've been adding, all the tweaks I've been doing to see if they actually helped. And when I bypass them all, my worst nightmares are realized. I actually realized that the tracks sound really good and warm and full in their raw state. And when I bring the plugins back in that I've been working on, seemingly trying to help it, I've just sucked away all the fun, all the nuance, all the musicality. I've just made it sound different, but worse. That's not what you want to do, obviously. So today's tip is to set a clock, watch your watch, put your phone on a 10-minute alarm, whatever it takes. Just every 10 minutes, stop for a quick second and just bypass your plugins and listen and compare. This takes 10 seconds, then move on. I'm not asking you to break up your workflow. I'm just asking you to make sure you check that you're making progress. For instance, now in this example, I think I'm doing it okay, but I just want to show you like what this looks like. You need just some perspective. Where have you come from? So you know that you're going somewhere hopefully better. Your job as a mixer is to take your client's tracks and make them better, or your own tracks and bring them together to be better than they were initially. Not just different, but better. Okay, so here we go. Here's part of a section of a song, and I'll zero in on the guitars, and we'll just bypass everything and see what we came from.
With all creation we raise.
Right, that's what we had before. Let's try it again. Okay, good. That was a successful check. That check tells me, yes, the guitars were there. They were a little out of balance. I have a better volume balance. I have more clarity. The compression is helping things like the acoustic guitar cut through. I can feel the rhythm or overdriven guitars. I can feel the lead stuff. We're fine. It's just a real quick workflow. Just check. Have you done anything to improve the sound with plugins or not? If you haven't, if you find that you've lost something in the processing, it's better that you figure that out now than when you're absolutely done with the mix, because then you're not going to have the guts to go back more than likely and undo all your work, because then you have to start over. So do this periodically early on in the mix and just make sure your EQ and your compression decisions, any saturation decisions, whatever you're doing, make sure they're actually helping. 10 minutes, the 10-minute rule. think about it, apply it. It will work on everything from vocals to your mix bus to your drums. If you're zeroing on that snare drum, trying to fatten it up like we looked at a couple days ago, make sure that you bypass those things after 10 minutes to see if you actually made the snare better. You're sure you're making it different, but are you making it better? Okay, guys, that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support. Share the videos with someone who might appreciate them, and keep on trucking with your mixes. You're going to get better, and I hope that this month of tutorials helps you get a little bit closer to your mixing goals. Take care.